That'll start it off, eh? All right, viewers, welcome back. Now, behind every race meeting, there's a very important man, the race coordinator, and I'm here with him right now, Mr. Steve Charlton.
How you going, everyone out there?
Now, the acronym actually out here isn't Steve, it's...
Animal.
Animal runs the track and keeps everyone in line. How's things going so far?
So far, mate, it has been bloody beautiful. We've had a couple of slight incidents. We never call anything an accident around here. It's always just an incident.
Exactly.
Yeah, a couple of high-speed spins. We've been lucky. No one on their bikes have fallen off. Some records have tumbled, and it's all looking good for the international event coming this Saturday.
Yeah, well, I've mentioned earlier about the FIM coming over to the world's greatest salt.
We have got the world's greatest salt, you know. They're going out to Bolivia to try it, and they're finding that's no good, you know. They got Bonneville, well, that's no good, and all that they've got now is Lake Gardner, my place.
Well done. He's not joking. His letterbox is at the edge of the lake.
Exactly right, mate. You know, as I said, I live here all the time, you know. I said I'm on holidays for approximately 50 weeks a year, but, you know, this is my place.
Fantastic attitude. This has been going on with you a long time, Steve. I just Animal. I can't say it. I'll tell you.
And I first come out here in 1996 sort of thing. There was, I was member number 151 and proud of it, and I still am proud of that. We're one of the early stage of people sort of thing, you know. Most of the people I started running with now are all in their bloody 70, 80 years old sort of thing, and we've still got a lot of them still coming, because once you come to this place, that's it, you are hooked.
Yeah,
you have got to come back every year.
Yeah, and I've heard it's almost a drug, this salt, eh?
It's better than any drug ever, you know. We say no to drugs in our club sort of thing, but you know,
exactly.
when you're on the salt, you know, that is our drug.
Yeah.
The need for speed.
A sport that's achievable too, you know. This is not high-end GP racing or trucks and stuff. You can build stuff.
It doesn't matter how much money you got in your pocket sort of thing, right? You can be the budget low-buck racer. I've seen people come out here with $40 engines and run 200 mile an hour.
That's right.
You know? Then they've got to go back and spend a little bit more money, you know, because we are all about safety in the sport, so... You run 200 mile an hour, well, you're up for those expensive tyres and that. But, you know, we got people running 50 mile an hour of breaking records, and they're just as happy as the bloke is running 200.
Yeah, and I've noticed around the pit sponsorship, there is a bit of sponsorship around for people.
There is. There's a little bit available, you know. Sometimes it makes it hard, but it's like usual. If you have the right attitude and the right, you know, sort of look at life sort of thing, you know, usually some sponsorship will come your way.
We've mentioned older people who still compete. Now, the young ones, I've heard about a bloke who come out here many years ago and he's still young.
He is. Young Lockie Powderchick. He's first come out when he was 12-year-old. They approached us and said, well, can you run? Can we let our boy run? And I had a look at his, he wasn't just a total novice. He had been on a fair few bikes and running low competition races and bits and pieces. So we drew up a new ruling system where we started him at 80 mile an hour on his first run.
Logical.
Built him up to 100 mile an hour, and then it was his 125 mile an hour licence, which he ran 125 on the dot. Right? He might have it at GPS, but at least he really followed instructions exactly.
I know some older blokes that struggle with that.
Oh, there's plenty. He then went out and ran 150 mile an hour, and
yes.
This year he came back with his little 650, I think, Suzki.
Mm-hmm.
He's run 175 mile an hour.
It's spectacular, isn't it?
He's wrung its neck. He's done everything by the book.
Mm.
So we're letting him come out this afternoon on his grandfather's 1000cc streamlined machine for some low speed testing. He knows he's got to start that licence process to build up again.
Exactly, safety.
With safety, so we're giving him the right to run, and with some sort of luck he'll run the 200 and he'll get his 200 licence this week, and that'll make me prouder than punch, because he's a real credit to the sport and all the young kids who have run here are credit, but he has been the leader from such a young age.
Fantastic. Look, I suppose we better keep moving anyway, viewers. Thanks for giving me some of your time. This man is busy. Flat
That's
out
it.
all day. I
Yeah.
feel, you know. It's an
So
awesome
remember,
thing.
if you have a big need for speed and not the drug, get out to the salt. Don't be a mug.
Well done. Stay tuned. Well done.